Right here, I have Edward Griffin on the show with me. Coppell's quarterback. He's a senior this year. He's committed to Baylor, and he has a big game this coming weekend, and just a big season in general. Edward, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate you for having me.
Just got back from practice, he said. So they're having some long practices, getting ready for game week. So we appreciate your time. Brother, it's senior season, man. I know you're excited, especially after the last season you had. I've got right here 3,564 yards with 48 passing touchdowns. Was that sort of expected? Did you expect to have that great of a season during your junior year?
Coach Narragon, he's our offensive coordinator, and he always just tells me go into the game. His things play fast, physical, and fearless, and do what the offense tells you. Get through your reads. Just be you, and we'll fight.
Right. And
Numbers were going to be, but I was happy with how we did.
right. You people talk a lot about expectations. And I would say last year you probably now I know everybody's expectation is, state championship. This is Texas high school football. But I would say last year during your coach's second season, you went 12-1. You had that great season and you won district. You probably exceeded expectations last season. Would you think so?
It's a 1-0 mentality every week. So
Right.
the expectations for us is always state. So for sure that was the end goal, and we were disappointed we didn't reach that, but definitely grateful for the season we had.
Because I watched y'all play against Geyer, and I'm like, man, this is a whole different Coppell offense than what we've seen in years past, and y'all are just so much fun to watch play. Speaking of the newness, what about Coach Wiley? Can you tell me what's it like playing under him? He's pretty new there as well, going into his third season this year. You were a sophomore when he came on as head coach?
Mhm. Yes, sir. Yeah, Coach Wiley's great. It's been a blessing to play for him. He's brought a whole different mentality and work ethic to the program for sure. Starting in the off season, I mean, we experienced one off season without him, and it was definitely different with him. He brings a whole intensity during the off season, but for the past 2 years, we've definitely seen it pay off. So there's a great buy-in from the team, and I think that's been big. Coach Wiley's brought the mentality, but the team's kind of latched on to that and carried it. And so that's been big. But he's brought a great staff with him. Definitely blessed for Coach Narragon, who's our offensive coordinator. Really appreciative of him and the schemes he runs and what he's taught me. But yeah, Coach Wiley's great. Energy guy every practice. Nothing but the best. He's a defensive guy, so sometimes we'll butt heads because he'll call me as a sack, and I'll be like, "Dude, what are you talking about?"
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I love playing for Coach Wiley for sure.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Speaking of going more, talking about y'all are in a new district this year. And I'm glad you got a defensive minded coach because you got a lot of offensive talent on a lot of these teams. You've got Geyer and their quarterback, you got Marcus and their quarterback. You also got a Louisville team that's really good. They've made some runs in the playoffs over the past couple of years. What's sort of the expectations of playing in this new district with a lot of talent?
For sure, yeah. It's a great schedule this year. Even our non-district, really talented, really excited for those games, and so we've really just been preached that we got to take it 1-0 every week. You can't worry about fifth game of the season, sixth game of the season later on. It's this week at Saxy, and so that's the biggest game of the season for us because it's the next one. And we just got to take it 1 week at a time for sure. But like you said, it's a great district. I'm really excited to play some of this competition and see how our team stacks up.
For sure, I can't wait either. Lots of good games on y'all's schedule. Speaking of a good game, and to the fans, to the reporters like myself, it didn't disappoint at all. Last year's game versus Saxy, y'all are playing them again this season. Are y'all going to put up 100 points again this season, or what's the expectations?
Yeah. No, Saxy's a great team. Obviously, like you said, they always put up a ton of points. Really strong defense. You can tell they're well coached. It's a fun game plan for sure because there's not really many holes, and so when you find one, it's exciting. But yeah, I mean, our goal is to score every possession. That's got to be the mentality as an offense. But we know it's going to be a grind. It's not a walk in the park. Saxy's a great team. So I think the whole offense and the defense, but I kind of represent the offense, and we're
Sure.
all really excited about the challenge and hopefully putting up some points.
Super excited to watch y'all play them. They've also got a good wide receiver on that team. You've probably heard of him, Khalid Lockett.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll be exciting watching two great offenses play in that game Friday. So now 2024, we mentioned the Saxy game. Um, just overall, what's it like around Coppell? What's all the student body saying? What is the players saying just about this 24 season going into your senior year? How are you feeling?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're a senior heavy team, which is really cool. It's the guys that grew up playing youth football with and going to kind of trainers with. It's the guys I've hung out with outside of school in the summers. And so as a team, I think it's really exciting because we're a close knit team that wants success for, I mean, ourselves for sure, but definitely for each other. And then from the community, for sure, last year we felt the community support, and that was great. As a team, we kind of always talk how cool it is when it's a Friday night. It's dark outside. The lights are shining, and the whole community's in the stands. And that includes the student section, who always is loud. We have a powder
Right.
game every year, and that's a
Oh,
really cool tradition for sure. And I think there's a lot of excitement about the program. And as a team, we've been working hard, and we hope to go show out on Friday nights.
during my first interview with you, I don't know if you remember that, but I got to interview you during y'all's win versus Geyer last season in the playoffs, and uh, just your personality, how chill you were. You look like you enjoy life, and you just enjoy being out there on the field. How does that sort of play into the leader that you are, and just when you're out there competing against other great teams?
Yeah, yeah, definitely enjoy football. That's why I play it. But as a leader, I try to keep that mentality. Making sure we're grinding as a team. But in the dog days of summer, it's easy for people to sit around, and so reminding them that this is what we want, this is what we're working for. And so as a leader, I try to keep that energy, and that starts with myself. But that's a big thing for me as a leader. And then on the field, like you've mentioned earlier, it's a great schedule with lots of competition, and as a competitor, that's really all you can ask for. And so, Guy was a great team, and it was a great win, but that was last season. But that's probably why I seem so happy. I love it as a competitor for sure.
I love it, man, and it truly carries off to other people as well. So never let that leave for sure. Not just now during your playing days, but further out in your life as well, because it's very contagious. Um, I see the shirt. I've got to ask, how do you like Waco?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'm super excited about Baylor.
That's awesome. So I was coming back from College Station last football season, and I had never seen it before. I'm not from Texas, so I've been here for about 4 years, and got to see Waco for the first time. Well, not Waco, but Baylor itself. Uh, Love the library. I don't know. You've probably seen like the cubicles in there.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
shut them. I've never seen those before. Those are nice.
For sure. You talk. Is that the business? I know the business building has the floating cubicles. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like almost like a car or something.
It,
You can see
it,
like a film study or something in there. But Waco was super nice. Loved Baylor. Are you excited to how does it feel being committed to there, and uh, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's for sure a blessing. It's something I've dreamed about my whole life, playing big time college ball and have a great relationship with the coaching staff and the rest of the recruits. So I think there's big things to come for Baylor. And like you said, Waco is a great town. It's building up. On all my visits, they've kind of showed us around, and it's just a great place to be and a great place to play football, a great place to go to school.
Right. I graduated from DBU. It's like a smaller Baylor, and it kind of reminded me of DBU. And I think DBU works a lot with them and everything. So they're basically a bigger DBU with the football team. Uh, so very fun over there in Waco. Well, man, thanks so much for joining in on the interview. Looking forward to watching y'all play against Saxe this coming Friday. Um, keep doing what you're doing. I love the personality, love the energy. I know that carries off. I know your teammates love that as well, and I know your coaches do as well. And we definitely enjoyed having you on the show today. And we'll talk to you at some point Friday night, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much, Edward.
Yes, thank you.